What's up, Sterile Processing Universe? It's Hank Balch here with another quick episode of Fighting Dirty. And we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite fast food place, or if it's not your favorite, it should be, I know, In-N-Out Burger, whatever. No, we're talking about Chick-fil-A today and what Chick-fil-A has to do with how you hire, train, and succeed in sterile processing. But before we get into the meat of the video, the chicken meat today of the video, please do me a quick favor and subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and hit that little notification bell to get notified every time we come out with a new video. Okay, let's get in to the important part of this video today. And I'm going to be looking over here at my screen because this video is based on an article that I wrote a couple of years ago called Sterile Processing Service Excellence: 5 Tips to Become the Chick-fil-A of Your Surgical Team. Got real creative with this one, but all of this is based out of my firsthand experience in managing and directing a couple of high-performing sterile processing departments in my career, and a handful of friends I happen to have that also worked at Chick-fil-A. So I kind of got to see both sides of the equation. Plus, I'm a huge Chick-fil-A fan. I mean, how do you beat that awesome service? I saw this hilarious TikTok, I think, a couple years ago, and the guy was going through the drive-thru, and he was like, I don't even look in my bag because I trust that if Chick-fil-A didn't give me what I ordered, it's actually for my good. That's how much they trust Chick-fil-A. So anyways, let's get to those 5 things that we can learn from Chick-fil-A and do like Chick-fil-A does to increase the service excellence in our team. Number 1, hire sterile processing technicians with your customer in mind. What I mean by this is your technicians are going to have to interface at some point in their careers, and depending on the context of your department, maybe often, maybe every day, they're going to have to communicate and interface with OR nurses, with surgical technologists, with physicians. And you should be thinking about that category of customer and that candidate who is sitting right there in front of you in the interview process. No matter how good their resume is and everything else, if you can't envision them doing a great job communicating with, calming, and creating confidence in your department with your customer base, that's probably not a good hire, right? So hire with your customer in mind. That's what Chick-fil-A does. Number 2, set the standards and train accordingly. So we train very well and very often around the technical part of the job or the practical part of the job. Like, you put this in the tray and you do this, and you hit this button and you document this, and this is the guideline for that. All that's great. All that's very important. But we're talking in this video about service excellence. When I say set the standards and train accordingly, what I mean is set the standards for your department on what service excellence means. The example that we'll pull in here from Chick-fil-A is when you say thank you at Chick-fil-A, what do they say? My pleasure. All of them say that. And every Chick-fil-A around the entire country, every Chick-fil-A employee, their response has been set. Standard response, and has been trained accordingly across the entire corporation, to the point that every single Chick-fil-A employee to a person responds to thank you with my pleasure. What this rolls out to be in your sterile processing department is standardizing how, for instance, we answer the phone. Instead of everybody just answering the phone however they want, yellow, or what's up, yeah, sterile processing, right? That's kind of all over the place, and it doesn't get to that level, this high level of service excellence that we're talking about here with Chick-fil-A. How do you fix that? Here's one example. Create a standard script for everyone to answer the phone the same way, and this is an example. Thank you for calling Sterile Processing. My name is John. How may I assist you today? If everybody said that, every time they call, the OR overnight is going to start paying attention, saying, something's going on down there in sterile processing. I don't know what it is, but they all sound very delightful, and they all sound the same no matter who I call. That's how you get your team to the level of service excellence. All right, number 3 of 5, we're almost there. You should integrate what's called second mile service into your daily expectations of your team. So at Chick-fil-A, they have this thing called second mile service. That's where they don't just do good enough to keep up with their customers' requests. They actually go beyond. They go that second mile to serve their customers. For instance, we can kind of compare this maybe to some of your experiences at other fast food places like McDonald's, for instance. If your meal is late at Chick-fil-A, if you have to wait for a long time, they don't just bring out the meal and say, sorry. Sorry I was late, guys. They'll often bring it out, and then they'll bring a little card that's like a $5 gift card for the next time that you come, or like a free fry. They do that because of this philosophy of second mile service, to go above and beyond to make up for the delay or for the error, for whatever else it was, to show you that they care about you as a customer. If we did that every day in sterile processing, just imagine again the response. It's not like, sorry I left that integrator out. What's that next thing that your team can do to show the OR that you're serious about serving them with excellence? All right. Number 4, grow your own leaders. Chick-fil-A is very serious about this as well. And they hire in, they train on the front lines, and they like to keep those folks in Chick-fil-A to promote up into the supervisor, to the manager, to the store leader. They hire strongly within. Your department and your health system should be doing the same thing. When it comes time to hire a manager, you should have already cultivated a whole team of folks who are capable and competent and ready to step into that potential manager role, even if they've never managed directly before. That's your role as a leader, and that's your commitment to building an excellent team. All right, number 5, share the excitement and believe in your mission in your department in sterile processing. At Chick-fil-A, those guys are probably too excited about chicken. If you live near Chick-fil-A, you've probably seen these cow appreciation days they have every year, where if you dress up like a cow, you can come in, you can get free chicken. Like, those are the kinds of things that create excitement, build culture, engage people in the mission, and it's all driven again for encouraging these employees to really take on that service excellence in themselves, but then also the customers to respond to that excitement. So if you're in love with your mission, it's a lot easier for your customers to fall in love with your mission as well. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Fighting Dirty. If you've got your own ideas about building service excellence in sterile processing, I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. And until next time, keep fighting dirty.